Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
Cole, actually.
Who? Oh, wait, you mean the quiet young man? How strange. I'm sure we must have talked, yet I can't recall what we discussed.
Of course.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Oh, make her hear my cry. Seat me by your side in death. Make me one within your glory.
You're in
Talk
charge,
to a few
Vivienne?
people first.
She remains loyal to the Circle and the Chantry. So you say. Have you seen otherwise?
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has done wonders for our reputation. The people trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright, let's go speak to... Oh, get up there. Say, what's this now? Oh, fruit. I got quite a few things. Let's see if I can upgrade any of my potions. Should be able to at this point. Research getting that better. What about regeneration? So nothing for that right now. Fair enough. No! Need one more elf root. No, I would not worry about the mana right now.
Here, sir, with Cedric's compliments, sir. Said he wanted to help the Inquisition. Plus, I think the herbs were going to go off and nobody wanted to buy them. I think Cedric wanted people to like him.
Okay. Broken conversation. I'm stuck. No. Come on. Come back and talk to me. There you go.
Hello.
Oh, I guess nothing to say. Have the sudden urge to want to save right now after that incident.
We all did.
Got the door again, Flip.
Templars filling up the place.
Best of the polished helms come to save us.
Good partners, I suppose, if they decide to stay and do what they're told. Seem to have a problem with that.
Whatever you think, they're the best hammer for this particular nail.
Well, watch your thumbs, because a Templar might slip or... You want about anything else?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again, with your people. Right, which ones?
Oh, nice. So you can actually get further.
What about Cole?
I'm not saying nothing about that. That thing is just wrong.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
It makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do the women look like?
I think we've heard about everybody from her.
We'll talk later.
Cole's like the only new person that really joined.
So, the Templars joined the Inquisition. Even with Cullen here, I never thought that would happen. Of course, after Kirkwall, I never thought anyone would use red lyrium on purpose either. The Templars should know better than anyone what that shit does to people. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
The Inquisition has the numbers to track down all this lyrium and destroy it.
I hope so. I don't want to think about what happens if it starts a plague. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, you are certainly no stick in the mud, so I'd say have a party.
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know. Need something?
I want to know more about red lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
I don't blame you.
You took in the Templars. You let them stay in strength, even after what they did. Their own people. It's dangerous when too many men in the same armor think they're right. You should prepare. It's already getting louder.
What's going to be loud?
I don't know, but there are echoes rushing back across us, ripples in a pond from a stone, but backward. But first, you seal it. I hope it hurts less. I'll help if I can, but I don't always say it right.
You helped me at the Seeker Fortress. Say it however you like.
I helped. It's good to hear. I will try.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder. I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, Like Cullen, the good ones remember that mages are people.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed, and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older, bigger than they are. That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in. Like when I listen to Varric.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker. Daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
Unfortunate,
I'll talk to you later.
but
Probably.
an apt description, I'd say.
Anything you can...
See what everybody has equipped before I start chucking that stuff away. Check out everybody's equipment. See, those are okay, but not as good as what it has now. Changer's coat. Yeah, Vivian would kill me if I put her in that. Varric, you're good in your scout armor. Well, same thing except for this one, which is a little bit better. Guess I could sell the rest. I know I can give Cole 1,000 cuts. Let's see who can level in the meantime. Sandra can go up one. Let's go for a stronger shield bash. Black wall. Cole's got plenty. we'll go with that. Means we do need to change Cole's accessory now, though. There. Right, didn't even put anything for Iron Bowl. Almost forgot. And do need to give you that. Why would that not be on? You have at least 1 point to spend. As do you, Solus. Whoops. No. And now everybody's got their stuff spent.
Blessed are the righteous, the light in their...
Nice little chap, Colin.
Cole, or whatever he calls himself, may have helped at Therenfall, but that doesn't mean we should trust him.
I will vouch for Cole's character. Give him a chance.
I'd rather he keep away from me. I suppose my concerns can wait. We must focus on the breach. The Templars are making final preparations. After what happened with the Lord Seeker, they're eager to prove themselves.
The Templars aren't responsible for what happened at Therenfall. They have every right to be here.
I do not question those joining us, only those who betrayed them first. I knew parts of the Order were corrupt, but Red Lyria? What were they thinking? If you had not gone to Therenfall, there would have been no one left to save.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
What would you like to know?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Yeah, like I said from before, it's almost like a brotherhood. It's almost like military lifestyle. You find family within the people that you're with.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
The Templars and Mages never speak to each other.
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Of course. I mean, you're just sitting there doing that all the time and could go nuts.
The Templars take vows. I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you'll give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Something must be done, immediately.
Nothing will be done.
Commander Cullen said the same thing. It's an outrage. There are mages here we know are guilty of heinous crimes. You would let that pass?
Yes, as will you. We are not here to coddle the Order. You are an ally. Act like one.
How are we supposed to?
Deal with it.
Boom! Shut his ass up.
It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The Templars need to learn they have other uses than hunting mages. It's not easy for them. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Yes, I did. Which is why it's a good thing you shut him up. Because Templars aren't exactly clean of all this either. Especially with all that Red Lyrian business.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
So they're getting there.
I trust all is well.
That's all I can say, though.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Let's ask Colin something. I don't know if I got it, all the dialogue from him. Let's see.
Was there something you needed?
Let's also see if I can make their head disappear. Nope, I can make floating shield. Wahaha. There you go. Alright. Pay attention on the right side. It's a little graphical glitch. It's funny. It's just by moving the camera around. We have a headless Inquisition fighter. Little funny graphical issues like that. I don't really call it so much an issue unless It's a whole breaking your immersion thing.
I should get to know you better. We're working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
I grew up in Ferelden, near Homley. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between Mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Smart ass.
What happened between Kirkwall's Mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between Mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
He's right.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time, then. Was there something you needed?
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. All's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Soldiers.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
I should let you get back to work.
Alright, speak to Ironbone Blackhole. I think that's about all we have left. Stables. The Inquisition Charger.
Travel safely.
A noble fine steed for the Herald of Andraste.
Heard there was a big demon at the Seeker Fortress. Gotta say, I don't mind missing that. Getting into your head, messing around.
What matters is that we defeated it and brought the Templars to our side.
With all these damn demons popping up, I guess we need the help. Anyway, with the Templars on board, hopefully we can close that breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Yeah, Kunari are deathly afraid of demons in possession, especially Iron Bull.
Smithing is hot work. Here, have something to drink.
Of all the things in the world, demon who wears someone's face. I imagine it makes trusting others risky.
Without trust, how would we build alliances? Or friendships?
It's easy to speak well of trust when yours has never been misplaced.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Yeah, it's everybody.
Travel safely.
It's time to go meet in the war room. Close the breach. Or at least try to. We'll see how it turns out.
I hope the Templars are able to seal the breach. There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky. All that existed was silence.
Whoa.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Let's go with underworld knowledge. Okay, we got coin, 72. Alright, so got more information on that. Upon the Waking Sea. Message. It's a haven. Alright, so that was from the Herald of Andraste, not the Herald of Andraste, but the Cult of Andraste war table. This is the continuation of it. No, we don't want to send just any adventurers. We want our people in there.
Let's see what we have.
Ally from Starkhaven. Well, nobody else would be willing to participate in the mission anyways. But, yep, Sebastian Vale from Dragon Age 2, Starkhaven. I mean, you can tell from the fact it's a Starkhaven mission anyways, but wants to go ahead and try and work together. Gladly. We'll have Josephine make it happen. She's the only one available to do so anyways. Alright, recommended levels 8 to 11. We're not there yet, so I think what I'll do is some side questing first, just a little bit, then we can go from there. Towards obligations. University of Orlais. We won't check those out because there's no point because we can't do anything with them just yet. So what I'll do is kind of play through a lot of the non-important side quests. Again, in the comments below when you're watching this, if for any reason you feel like you'd really like to see everything I'm doing, the nitty-gritty down to everything, let me know. Or if you want to see some of the more important side quests, or if you don't really care about the side quests at all, you want nothing but the story so we can continue through this, again, let me know in the comments below and I can kind of go from there. But what I will do until I get people's opinions on that is I'll probably do the non-important, non-kind of cool reference side quests just to kind of get myself leveled up and get equipment and get better gear. That's more likely what I'll do. Looking like, but overall I think I got pretty close to my facial features. You can see I was constantly looking at the phone and all that other good stuff, but let's continue.